Welcome to FNA. I'm Fails.
And my favorite cat is Bubbles, just like my favorite Powerpuff Girl. But Ulysses over here is pretty cool too. Also, I'm Alex.
Well, how about adorable little Squeak over here?
Squeak is very cute, but I wanted you to at least have one cat, so I let you have Squeak. You're
Too bad
welcome.
I have Squeak and Ulysses.
I'm not leasing anything in this economy. Anyways, we're playing PowerWash Simulator 2. We're gonna be cleaning shit. That's what we do. But before we get into our first job, which is a campsite that we're gonna have to clean up, hey, Fails, I don't know if you're gonna hear this over
Yes?
Discord, but what am I drinking today?
Diet Coke.
Incorrect. Do you want another guess? I'll give you a second guess.
Water.
Incorrect. Diet root beer.
Ah. Well, guess what this one is?
Coffee.
No.
You said
I
you were
already
making
told you I was
coffee.
finished my coffee.
I thought you meant like you were finishing brewing it.
No.
Oh, that's
And it
Wild
was
Cherry
about half
Pepsi.
an hour ago.
God damn it. We're going to the campsite. What is it?
It's Mountain Dew Purple Thunder.
What the fuck is that? Like, what
It's
is
a
that?
berry plum flavored.
Oh my god. The fuck does that even mean? Let's clean this campsite. Me and you
It's sweet and
together.
vaguely fruity. That's what it means.
God, PowerWash Simulator is the most exciting game in the world. I'm not sure if you know this or not. I put like 60 some odd hours in the first one because it just kept releasing good DLCs. You'd probably like PowerWash Simulator 1. There's a free DLC which is all Final Fantasy 7 things to clean.
Ooh. Hey, that rog just dinged like a bell.
Yeah, that means you finished clean. Failed to never play PowerWash Sim. That just signifies you finished cleaning the part that you were cleaning.
Okay.
Alright, this game's kind of loud in my ears. I'm gonna turn it down. Maybe it's barely audible in video, but I don't think people really need to hear the sweet sounds of this nonstop. I'm gonna turn down the water a little bit. There we go. So, Fails, how's it been going, bud?
It's been going all right. I was just playing American Theft 80s, which
Yeah,
is inferior to Thief Sim.
I was gonna say, it looked identical to Thief Sim.
It's very similar to it. There's just something about Thief Sim that feels much better.
Yeah, probably had a better budget, bigger budget. It looks like they just kind of like handed that one off to like a smaller dev team.
Yeah, it's not a bad game, it's just not as good. And it doesn't quite scratch the itch.
That's like me and Silent Hill F right now. I finished up Silent Hill F earlier, and it's not a bad game, but it's not a good Silent Hill.
That makes me think of Suikoden 4 whenever I'm like, oh, it's a terrible Suikoden game. They're like, I like it. I'm like, oh, don't get me wrong. It's a decent game. It's just a bad Suikoden game.
Yeah, it's Silent Hill. It's a Silent Hill that doesn't take place in frickin' Silent Hill, and they gave it Dark Souls combat for some reason. So I'm like, what is this? Is this my son? I don't know. Um, what's wrong with Suikoden 4?
Well, when you have a game where the main premise is that you recruit 108 characters for your party, they always had 6 character parties, and you still had a bunch of characters go unused. Suikoden 4 decided, you know what, we're only going to have 4 character parties. Also, everything is really desaturated. Everything's just an ugly shade of brown.
Okay.
The characters are all bland and uninspired. Encounter rate super high. Your main base being a ship is actually an awesome idea, but the world, it feels so completely empty and there's nothing in it.
RPGs are always so hit or miss with me.
Yeah. I also hated the way the main character looked.
Yeah, but that's just a you problem.
Yeah, because he actually has one of the most popular designs among fans. But it's also theorized that's because his simplified design makes him easier to draw for fan art.
Oh, I thought it was just because you're a nonconformist. and didn't like the popular stuff.
Yeah, go ahead and talk about non-conformity, Mr. AEW.
It is a highly viewed program in multiple countries and has sold more tickets than any other live wrestling event ever has in history, with All In 2023. I'm mainstream, buddy.
There's your mainstream.
Thank you. Try to cause shit with me.
I'm sorry, but I do honestly feel like you can't really call me out on being a non-conformist when you're much more of that.
I was gonna say, like, if you're gonna call me out for being a nonconformist, at least point out that I was playing a Sega CD game today.
Well, you ended stream before I woke up, so how could I say that?
Yeah, I played 2 versions of Batman Returns. I played the Super Nintendo one, which was way too difficult. Then I played the Sega CD one, which is probably the worst controlling platformer I've ever experienced in my entire life. And I borderline rage quit it.
Ooh. Well, that sounds like a VOD worth going and checking out.
If you want to see, there are a few things that like got me like borderline rage quitting today. I was doing Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. I was doing the final race like in the secret Grand Prix, which isn't really a secret because they show that you can unlock it from the start. And the final race was like 90s fighting game final boss hard. And Zen was doing it at the same time as me. And even they were like, what the fuck is this? One race took me 40 minutes.
Well, if you want to see me borderline rage quit, either go back and watch the Chippendale episode of FNA or Wobbly Life after I had to jump on those clouds that I couldn't make out that they were even there, nor would it let me jump. So we all have our rage moments.
Yeah. Somehow I'm not raging at DVD. I'm just raging at, like, fucking Sonic. And Batman.
And the machine.
Yeah. Those bulls on parade, man. See, I got your reference.
Haha.
God, I'm smart. How's your power washing over
SMRT.
there going?
It's going well. This shed was quite an undertaking.
You don't know nothing yet. These are the small maps.
Ooh, good. The shed dinged. But it's not clean yet. I still see more stuff to clean on it.
Yeah, because there's, like, multiple sections, obviously, so, get to it. If I had to guess, I would be betting you probably gotta crouch and, like, get, like, under the lip of, like, the roof over there.
The roof just dinged for me.
In fact, I literally went over there and crouched and looked under, and yeah, there was dirt all over the, under the lip. Think of PowerWash
I think I heard a ding on the front there.
Yeah, the thing with PowerWash Sim, like, when you think you got everything clean, you really don't, but eventually you play enough, you're like, okay. It's just still dirty, without even looking at it. And we still got the weak washers, these things clean very slowly. What never really blows my mind that of, like, all the games to get, like, all these crossover collaborations and stuff, it's frickin' PowerWash Simulator.
Yeah.
They have Adventure Time coming into PowerWash Sim 2 today, or rather, like, this week or, like, next week or something. And then PowerWash Simulator 1 had Final Fantasy and Tomb Raider and frickin' Back to the Future and Alice in Wonderland and, like, SpongeBob.
Yeah, and I want to play 1 now for the Final Fantasy crossover.
Yeah, and the Final Fantasy 1 is free. I don't know if PowerWash 1 is in Game Pass, but if it is, it would have it.
I'd also have to check to see if I have it in my library, because I have so many games that I don't realize everything that I have. Like yesterday I found a game and I'm like, ooh, this looks like fun. I went to wishlist it and it said, this game is in your Steam library. I'm like, oh, really? And now I've already forgotten if what game I'm talking about.
you'll think about it again when you want to go buy it again.
Yeah.
I will say, though, if you go to PowerWash Simulator 1, you're definitely going to play a few of, like, the non-Final Fantasy missions first so you get the better washers, or else it's freaking miserable.
Okay. I already want a better washer in this.
Yeah, hopefully after 1 you can buy the washer I'm on. It's, like, the second tier one, but it just... What nozzle are you using? Using green? Okay, yeah, green's my favorite. And then red for the really fine stuff.
I think I was using red for the most part. Or, no, I was using yellow. But then it wasn't spraying something off of the roof, so I kept swapping around until it actually started cleaning it.
Yeah. I was a non-conformist with PowerWash Sim. I didn't really do the main campaign. But I started playing the DLCs because they got sent to me. I was like, sure, but I never bought any of the upgrades. So these DLCs are like 2 hours long, took me like about 6 hours. I was like, oh. Is that much of a difference, is it? Yep. I essentially cleaned the entire train from Back to the Future 3 with a garden hose.
Why would you put yourself through that?
I didn't realize. And you know, like how I have a Twitch chat full of people that will not give me very important information like that?
So you have a Twitch chat that just likes to watch you suffer.
Yeah. It's like when I played through
Go ahead.
I was saying, it's like when I played Expedition 33 and I had a bunch of people that were big fans of the game, and no one once told me that I was unlocking perks I could equip until I was like 10 hours deep. And I basically did the entire thing naked, and I had no idea.
Nice.
Like,
I still need to play that game. I have specifically not watched anyone play it, so I can go in blind.
Dude, I mean, it's in Game Pass, so you can...
Yep. And I'm assuming, because I heard they hired a bunch of voice actors, so I'm assuming I don't have to read very much.
Almost not at all.
Okay, good, because a big reason why I kind of stopped doing RPGs on stream is people mocking my voice acting.
That's my favorite part. There's a few like little areas like when you're in overworlds or like you're in side villages with a bunch of NPCs you gotta talk to. But like I would say 90% of that game's voice acted.
Yeah, I do 3 different voices. I will do slightly higher pitched for women and children because they tend to have higher pitched voices than my normal. Main character will always have my voice regardless, though. And then I'll go for a deeper voice for, like, when you had those giant characters.
Yeah. And you know me, I got this one, I am a game show host, how are you? I got the nerdy voice. What are you doing, Pilgrim? John Wayne voice here. Oh my god, what are you talking about, Becky? Like, I have, like, just a couple voices.
Okay. Oh, that reminds me, I do have one. Sometimes I like to give some characters. I like to talk like this sometimes. Like Bev Big Head from Rocco's Modern Life. I feel like it's kind of like her. Like my friends and I went through Doki Doki Literature Club together. I voiced Natsuki, and I gave her that voice.
I like just doing the, hello, I am not a robot voice. I don't know, that's all I really got. I just wanted to bring up the Doki Doki Literature Club. I heard all the hype about it for so many years, and I finally played it at my own time, like 2 years ago, not knowing anything about it, and I was expecting something so much more and more fucked up.
I had only ever heard of Doki Doki Literature Club, so I went in with no expectations. And yeah, it was fairly messed up.
Yeah, I don't know, I wasn't, that caught off guard like I probably should have been.
Yeah, it's one of those times where the hype kind of spoils, even though nothing else spoils. Because you go in going, what could make people lose their minds over the game like this? So you already come up with a bunch of theories, and either what actually happens doesn't live up to it, or you already guessed what's going to happen.
Yeah, and I think another thing too with me with that game is I saw one of the major things that game did. I saw it done like in 2 other games before, so I was like, oh, this isn't
Ah,
like a new concept to me. This is okay. But to be fair, I play like every freaking indie game under the sun, and that's not everybody. That's like a me thing. So of course I've seen that shit before.
speaking of indie games, I did send you a link to one that I suggested for you. I Hate Pineapple Pizza.
There is a free game on Steam called Pineapple Pizza, and it's like 30 minutes long, and it's so funny.
By you speaking positively of it, I'm assuming that I would agree with the morals that that game would present.
Yes, there's one thing in that game that I think you would be like, yep, I agree. I would do the same thing.
All this running water makes it so that I have to take a leak. Hold on. Okay.
You like my art?
Yes.
I played this game with,
I added to it.
nice. I jumped onto a Spacebird stream, good old Blue Moon Raven, good old fucking Uno Terror, when she was playing this, like, the first one a few years ago, and I literally just drew dicks all over the walls and just ran away.
Nice. She deserves it.
And I was like, they're not dicks, they're flowers. They were dicks.
And she'll never know.
Never, she doesn't watch the series.
I know. That's why I said she'll never know. I do love how we've been doing this for 3.5 years. And still every once in a while when FNA gets brought up, people are like, what's that?
People in our freaking communities.
Yes. Like, I'm not going to go to some like random stream or channel that's not affiliated with our stream team or anything else like that and expect them to know. But when it comes to people that we're around all the time, how have they not heard me talk about it before?
How have they not heard me? I upload it every single week. And I do actually bring it up on occasion.
And whenever I go into your streams, every single time I find a reason to bring it up. What I'm trying to say is that I'm disappointed in people. And for once, it's not you.
Yeah. Like, could I do a better job promoting it? Like, yes, but I was just waiting to get this new PC so I could start editing again. Which, not this week, at people watching, there's really no edits going to be here. Because the editing software I have, I'm still trying to learn it.
I made it on the roof.
Yeah, we have ladders over here that you could just prop up and, you know.
Oh, I Skyrim'd my way up.
No, I used the ladder. We're 93% clean, though.
Hell yeah.
Doing good.
So I played Fall Guys last night for the first time since our F&A episode.
How did that go?
It went well. I wasn't nearly as bad at it as I remember being, which means that the people who still play the game have gotten worse. Because there's no way I got better.
Yeah, it's kind of wild how that works out.
Yeah. It was fun. There were some stages I was the hard carry, some stages where I got carried.
The problem with Fall Guys is, like, once you learn how to, like, some of these stages work, you just never lose on them again, really.
Yeah, I wish that could be me with the seesaw stage.
Seesaw depends if you spawn on the front or the back. If you spawn on the front, you're home free. If you spawn on the back, you're kind of screwed.
And I pretty much always seem to spawn in the back on that.
Cabin roof ridge. I didn't finish getting the lantern. You probably see like a little target that pops up that's just pointing us like what we've missed.
There's a target somewhere?
Yeah, I have one right in front of me over here somewhere. Where is it? Oh god, it's like it pops up in orange like in the corner of your eye sometimes. There it is. That. Under the chair, under the chair.
There
And
we
then the windows. Didn't even finish getting the windows. SMH my head. Ah, the hinges.
Fire pit outer floor trim.
Nonsense. What?
Alright.
And it's looking like it's... Oh, there it is. And then, oh, back on the rooftop we missed something. Chimney flash. Oh, yeah.
I'm having to go through the little information tip things here.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's covering up my list of being able to see. Because when you press tab for the task list, it's covering that up.
We got it. We're done. Woo! We can see us cleaning stuff. Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
God, that's beautiful. That's one of the smaller maps.
Alright. Time for me to go buy a better washer.
How much money you got when you press escape? I'll tell you in the top right. It's like P in dollar. Shopping cart, washer equipment.
$118 dues.
You might be able to afford something. But in washer equipment, there's a whole bunch of stuff, including attachments, what you might already own. I can buy the Prima Vista.
I'll hold off until I can just buy a better one.
I re-upgraded again.
Also, your name is very fitting for the game that we're playing. Alex is scrubbing.
Isn't it?
Get to cleaning.
Let's remember how you swap washers.
1.
There we go. Is that actually the one I have? Wait, what? Hold on. Oh, I didn't actually buy it because I'm an idiot.
I don't know what this canister does.
Is it the soap one? Like the little one that attached with... Yeah, it's soap. So you can put that on heavier dirt.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Does it actually equip now? I'm very confused. Prima Vista... It should kind of like have like a big handle. It doesn't. Wait.
Press 3 to change the
Oh, there
handles,
we
I
go.
guess.
I found it. I hold one, and then I can select the upgraded model. Okay. Let's look at our little campsite trophy on the shelf. Aww. Alright, I'm gonna go pet a cat before we get out.
Cat Squeak. And my other cat, Ulysses.
We're going to the Art Deco house. This sounds like it's gonna be miserable. Let's do it.
Yes, I know what Art Deco looks like.
Do you?
Yes, totally.
What does it look like?
Well, it looks like art, and it looks like this, but it's not as dirty.
Did I ever mention that you can also press R to rotate your nozzle?
Yep.
Okay, making sure.
Well, I don't know if you did, but the game did. That was the tip that was on my screen and wouldn't go away.
Ah. Yep, this new power washer is a lot better. I did that because having all the mess in between all the clean drives anyone crazy.
Making sure to get at the crack. There we go. Yeah, I said
Yeah,
crack.
crack. Yeah. Alright. Oh, I got the window, oh my god. So anyways, what's your favorite, overlooked early 2000s wrestling theme song?
Uh, wow, that's quite a question that's bring on me out of nowhere.
It is, isn't it?
Oh no, you go first. It might make help me think of something.
I'm gonna go with the, Rob Conway Toy Story-ass sounding Just Look at Me.
I hated
Just
that
look
song
at
so
me.
much, but
Ain't
it
I a
fit.
sight to see? The whole dang world wants to look at me, but they don't.
So just look at me. Yeah, I hated that song, but you weren't supposed to like him, so it also makes sense to have a theme song that would annoy the fuck out of you,
Yeah.
which that did, so it was very fitting.
I'm
And
also
so
gonna
I would agree with your assessment there.
I'm also gonna throw another one in. WCW 3 count theme.
I knew of 3 count and I thought it was a funny gimmick. No idea what their theme song
It
was.
was like super boy band. It was like they're like the Backstreet Boys, in sync too. Britney Spears is kinda cute. We watch TRL on MTV. Everybody 3 count. 1, 2, 3. And they just dance on fucking dance pads in the middle of the ring.
I do remember the dance pads. I wonder how they felt about the gimmick.
They had a WCW contract, which meant they were getting paid more than most wrestlers were, even 20 years later.
Yeah.
So probably okay. As long as the check clears.
How I wish I could be a late 90s, early 2000s WCW wrestler.
God. It'd be crazy.
One of my best friends in high school, or no, middle school, I was always a huge WWF fan, and he was a big WCW fan. And he grew up to be a flat earther. So take of that what you will.
Is his name AJ?
What was that?
Is his name AJ?
No.
Damn it.
But as an adult, at one point, I was like, hey, I wonder what he's doing. So I decided to look him up on Facebook to get back in touch. And I just saw that he was chapter president of the local Flat Earth Society. And I'm like, I guess we don't need to get back in touch.
God, man. Not all us WCW fans are freaks. I do enjoy me
Uh,
some WCW.
I did watch it a few times, but it's kind of like they went up directly against WWE, and I was already invested in that. And this was back before like the whole streaming thing and all that other stuff, and like so yeah, I'm like, you make me choose, I'm going to choose the one that I'm already watching.
Beth, how can you draw that on the wall?
Draw what?
Piece of shit.
I don't see anything over here.
Little Mr. Elaborate Ruse. But yeah, I would tape WCW or WWE, depending on depending on the week what I wanted to watch as a kid. I'd set the VCR in the living room TV, then I go to my room and watch the show I actually wanted to watch, or I
Uh,
just channel flip.
yeah, must be nice. I didn't have that option.
Yeah, it was very nice. It was great. I watched both every week.
Yeah. Meanwhile, growing up, I lived out of motel rooms and homeless shelters. Haha, ended that conversation.
Well, I was trying to really make a funny joke out of it, and I was like, ECW, ECW, Paul Heyman doesn't pay people. He doesn't pay, he doesn't pay. But I couldn't get anything to work.
Ah, you were actually really close to figuring out my big secret that my dad used to wrestle for ECW.
Oh, and he never got paid.
Yeah. Still waiting on the paycheck.
You know, it gets glossed over way too much that Tommy Dreamer admitted that he was planning on committing live murder on Paul Heyman at WrestleMania 17.
Yeah, anytime I hear that story, I'm like, I love how people are passing it off as a fun anecdote rather than, holy shit, he was about to commit murder on pay per view.
Ah, it's the wrestling business for you.
Yeah.
Boys will be boys, you know. I remember actually getting that pay-per-view when it was airing. I was so young. But I always got WrestleMania every year. I would save up all the change I found. I started with WrestleMania 15. Was the first one I made sure to get on pay-per-view. But apparently when I was a very young child, I was watching WrestleMania 10 with my father.
See, my brother used to get pay per views quite a bit when he was an adult, but I can only remember one pay per view that we watched together, and I forget the year. I would probably get it wrong. I want to say it's Royal Rumble 2008. That's the John Cena return one,
Yep,
right?
yep.
Yep. All right, that was the last pay per view he ever bought. Uh, Suffice to say that my brother and I were not big John Cena fans back then.
Nobody was. It was part of the
Yeah.
John Cena cycle.
Yep. Uh, he and I both were actively rooting for Triple H. And as soon as Cena's music hit, literally the energy left the room and we were all completely deflated. And we're like, great, he's winning. And we just kind of sat there. And then he won. And we're like, fuck this.
I wasn't a big Cena fan. I was kind of turned off from him because he was just so shoved down everyone's throat at that point. But I was like, he came back? What the fuck? And for 20 minutes, I was a Cena fan again. But it's part of the cycle, right? Then, took a couple years later, 2014, 2015, started putting in really good matches, wasn't, shoved down your throat as much. All of a sudden, it's like, oh, wait, he's actually really good. But he's not overexposed, he's pretty good.
Yeah, that's the big thing, is that I never had a problem with him. I had a problem with him being shoved down our throat.
Yeah.
Which was the Roman Reigns issue later on.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. One of the last pay-per-views I watched with my friends was God, I think it was a SummerSlam, like SummerSlam 2018 maybe. When everyone had Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg for like Goldberg's big return. You left the party. Unbelievable. How can Fails do this to me? It fails. I think he lost his internet connection, so it's just me. It's just me chilling there. So now I'm not gonna tell the Goldberg story until he gets back.
Hey, welcome back. My computer is totally working fine.
He has a brand new PC and is having troubleshooting issues. We're gonna finish up this level. We're gonna end the episode. I'm gonna help him finish it up. But first, we gotta finish this freaking Art Deco house. He left me here to do like the last 10% by myself, and ditched me when I was telling the SummerSlam 2018 story.
I've already forgotten where we were on that.
So I was trying to tell you that. So you had like the Rage Quit Royal Rumble 08 moment. But
Yeah.
my rage quit with friends was we did SummerSlam 2018 together. I think it was SummerSlam 2018, which was headlined by Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg in his big like match return. And we ordered like pizza. The pizza took over an hour and a half to get there for no discernible reason. We were all hungry and miserable. It finally got there just before the main event, and I was like really ready for this main event. I'm like, okay. You know, they're going to make up for their WrestleMania 20 disaster, yada, yada, yada. Match was like not even, it was about a minute and a half long. And I remember I just like had only finished like a slice and a half of pizza. And I was like, I hate this company. And I just closed the pizza box and left like 10 minutes later. I couldn't believe it. I felt like I wasted so much time for that match. Because, like, it was already 2018, so like, I was already, like, kind of falling out of WA. Or maybe it was, like, 2017 for this. I can't remember. Might have been 2017. Whatever, it doesn't matter. That was, like, one of the things that kind of, like, that was, like, one of the straws that broke the old camelback, if you will.
Yeah, I love those moments.
I don't like when my time gets wasted.
Yeah. My big problem in wrestling is that the people that I tend to root for pretty much are never treated anywhere as big of a deal as I would like them to be. Major Christian fan. I enjoyed Edge and Christian as a tag team. After the split, I was always like, Christian was my favorite wrestler.
Yep.
And I was always rooting for him. And then I kept waiting for them to finally have him win the world title. And then I don't remember the exact storyline. I just remember there being something about like both champions wound up being on one brand, so they were going to create a new champion over on, I want to say, SmackDown, and Christian was involved in the match, and it was a 6-person elimination match. And I'm like, this is it. This is going to be the time. And then I think he was like the first one out, and I was like, oh, they're never going to put the title on him, are they?
I mean, they did.
Shortly after he left for TNA for the first time, and I went with him.
Yeah, I went to TNA with Christian. I thought you were going to reference like when he actually won the title and they had him drop it 2 days later.
Yeah, that also really bothered me.
So when you say this reminds me of my good friend that I would watch pay-per-views with all the time. 3 friends would always get together, myself and my Asian crew, and one was a massive fan of Drew McIntyre since the day he debuted, and just always looked forward to seeing him finally win and succeed, right? And we come over for every pay-per-view, when he left, whatever, like, he always talked about Drew McIntyre. It was him and Tajiri. And when Drew McIntyre finally gets a title match at WrestleMania, COVID hits, and he wins, and it's the one time he can't hang out and watch the pay-per-view and see, like, all his love for this man. Like he was denied because of COVID from seeing his boy get what he deserved.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah. Well, Christian wasn't my only time of remembering like really being behind someone for a long time, and then that moment of realization. Dolph Ziggler was another.
Yep, Ziggler was always way too good in the fact they didn't actually like bring him up. Like always bothered me.
Yeah. I still remember the whole authority storyline where, yes, it was kind of ridiculous that he and Seth Rollins were down for so incredibly long during that Survivor Series match, but I didn't care with how much Dolph Ziggler overcame in that match. Like they're going to pull the trigger on him, make him a top guy, and then they in the storyline they fired him like 2 or 3 weeks later, and it was like, oh no, they're not. They're never going to. And then just like I stopped caring for a long time again.
Yeah.
Oh, and Finn Balor is another example. He got the Universal title, had to relinquish it because of injury. That happens. Fucking sucks. But it's been how long now? And he's still not been back at the top. And like my favorites never get their due.
Yeah.
I feel like
one of my biggest ones, and he was so close, but he screwed up for himself. William Regal.
William Regal was someone that I didn't appreciate enough back when he was an active competitor, and it was more in hindsight that I look back and I'm like, oh, he's a lot better than I ever thought he was.
Regal is one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
Yep, he was so close, but just so far. And now with Adam Cole possibly being retired, like he was the guy in NXT, and like he was getting so close in AEW, but like it's looking like it's being stolen away from him. So that kind of bums me out.
Yeah. I never really got that much into Adam Cole.
Unbelievable. So many good wrestlers just don't ever like get that trigger push or that trigger pull.
Yeah. Yeah, I bought into Keith Lee pretty quick. And then yeah, I don't really hear much about him anymore. Like, is he doing well? Oh.
He's been basically out of commission for like almost 3 years.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, he got COVID, and it was very long COVID, heart issues. He tried coming back, he was gone like a month later, and he's just been gone since. He was doing really good in AEW as well for a little bit, but it just... health. God, we still got fucking 42% more of this to go.
Don't worry, I'm back, and I'm able to theoretically start helping again.
You were gone?
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything, but yeah, I was gone. So what had happened was I went and I pressed to pick up a ladder, and then the ladder was apparently in my character's hands, even though it never left that spot, and it gave me a prompt like, press this button to place, so I did. But my gun never came back out, so I wasn't able to spray anything. I walked through the ladder that I had supposedly moved but was still there. And I could see that you were cleaning things, but there was no water coming out. So basically the game was all messed up.
Nice.
But I am over here petting Ulysses.
Ulysses is here?
Yeah. He's on the pathway front of the house to the right when you're facing away from the house.
Well, I'm glad that you're working really hard right now.
Hey, making sure Ulysses is happy is important work.
He's a house cat. He wants to go home. And we can't go home till we finish cleaning this stupid house.
I'm working, see?
You better be.
I would love to have a computer that worked correctly.
Well, we're going to try and figure that out for you. 5% cloud build your computer.
Yeah. It'd probably be worse if I tried building it, though.
You'd be surprised. Building a PC is just fucking adult Lego.
Speaking of which, I still have a Lego Pokédex I need to assemble. I've had it for like 6 months.
What's crazy to me, like, I have Legos I gotta build too, by the way. But, I've had them for like a year. But building PCs, what's crazy to me is, like, I don't build them that often anymore. But, like, this one here, I literally put together and had essentially done waiting for the power supply. I finished it, like, in 25, 30 minutes. Once you know what you're doing, it's like, holy crap. It takes me longer to make a frickin' dish of pasta than it does to frickin' make a computer. Unless you gotta wait for broken parts to be fixed, in which case,
Oh yeah, so is MJF still kind of like one of the faces of AEW?
He just came back, like, last week. And he frickin' went nuclear, so that their positioning was, like, the top again.
Oh, okay.
He was off filming stuff and whatnot, and he's kind of like getting the Hollywood spots now, because like he did like Happy Gilmore 2, and I think he just did something else.
Well, I'm happy for him. He's talented.
He's so good. People kind of like get sick of him for a little bit because he was getting so overexposed, kind of like the John Cena effect. But
Yeah.
distance makes the heart grow fond, and yeah.
Yeah, just reminded me of an old moniker I gave myself on this series when I called myself the MJF of FNA.
But you need to be talented for that.
I am.
How so?
I can have my computer break on me and still make it back into the game and be of a lot of help.
Now, what do you mean by a lot of help?
Hey, I finished the balcony furniture set.
Did you, though?
And that's with a worse model of spray washer than you have, because you've played this before and I haven't.
Yeah, I played it for 25 more minutes than you.
And you have an upgraded thing and I don't.
I have the first upgrade, yes.
And I have no upgrades. You're trying to downplay my achievements when I've been nothing but supportive.
I'm just saying I don't have that much of an advantage over you. Do I have an advantage? Yes. Is it a big advantage? No.
Yeah, but I said I'm being of help and you questioned that. So that's pretty rude. That's not very good teamwork.
Can I be honest with you right now?
I mean, you can be honest. It's just
Okay.
actually going to be.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tell you right now. I'm 34 years old. I slept like crap. I've had major heartburn. I have no idea what we're talking about right now.
Mm-hmm.
Have you just never like been mid conversation, just don't even know what you're talking about, and like you initiated shit, but you don't even know how you did or what you did. You just know that you did.
I mean, pretty much story of my life. Oh, okay, there we go. I was worried there for a second. I pressed 3 and then everything froze. I don't even know what 3 does. It makes my gun longer or shorter, but I don't know what the difference is between it.
Well, is it the little canister that goes on the bottom, or is it like the longer rod that goes on the top?
Longer rod.
Yeah, that just gives you more distance.
Okay.
But it thins out the spray so you cover a little bit less when you're up close. Okay, I'm perfectly clean.
I was just making sure. I'm being a good co-op gaming buddy.
Are you?
Yes.
God, 71%. We're doing it.
Yeah. See, ever since I got it working again, we've been going a lot faster.
Let's go with that, sure.
Once again, Alex not knowing how to be a good co-op gaming partner.
I said let's go with that, sure.
Mm-hmm.
What is wrong with my response?
Everything. You don't know how to talk to people.
I really don't. I'm very socially stunted because I'm a video game streamer. So everyone to me is just a chat room.
Yeah. I'm surprised that you haven't, during this play session, gone, okay, chat, let's get this done.
How
Because that's
often...
what you do all the time in chat. You always say, okay, chat.
Yeah, how often have I ever said, okay, chat? I'm like the least... I am the most standard basic streamer that is none of the standard basic streamer shit. Okay, chat. Clip that, chat.
Yeah. Hey, chat. Treating everyone as a collective.
No, I just do individual greetings for people and keep up with their days and keep tabs on how everyone's doing. I'm terrible.
So terrible. I'm glad that you're finally recognizing it, though. How dare you take a vested interest in people?
I always love those social media posts where they're like, streamers are not your friends. Streamers don't care about you. Streamers don't remember stuff about you. They were just here to entertain you. Yada yada yada. Don't get the wrong ideas. And I'm like, I know like so many of my chatters' birthdays, and I hang out with them, and I say hello, and I keep up with their days, and have for years, and
I do think there's a point where it becomes diminishing returns. Like, the larger a stream is,
yep,
they're not going, you can't reasonably expect them to keep up with all of them.
you can't.
But with smaller streams, and yeah, no, like, the majority of the people that I consider friends are people that I met through streaming.
I will say I was able to keep up with a lot of people, like even to like this degree when I was like averaging like 150.
Yeah.
I mean now I average like 30, but so it's way easier, but still.
But I think that post is more about like that streamer that has 8,000 concurrent viewers. Probably more about them. Like,
yeah, but the people that post the social stuff are like people that have like freaking 8 average viewers, and I'm like it happens all the time. It's like it's never like the real big channels that say that. It's like always like the very smaller ones. Which nothing against being smaller. I've been there, but like, come on.
and my channel has never been big, but it used to be a little bit bigger than that. And then I stopped streaming for like 2 years because my computer. And so now I had to work my way back.
The exhausting... Yeah.
Hmm?
I know, it's frustrating rebuilding back up.
Yeah. But then I had to be like, look, don't be entitled. You were gone for so long. People have lives. They've moved on.
Yep. You also gotta remember, too, just over the last couple of years, we went from, like, usually, I think on Twitch, like, in terms of active streamers, it went from about, like, oh god, in 2019 it was, 290,000 or like 400,000 active streamers. I think it was like around that count. And now there's over 34 million active monthly streamers on Twitch alone.
Yeah. Lockdown got a lot of people into streaming.
Yeah, so it's a lot more competition, a lot more people on, a lot more people kind of moved on. I mean, look at me, dude. I've been suffering the suffer for years now.
Yeah.
And now I get to
My
double suffer because I got to remember everyone's details on 2 different platforms.
woohoo. Well, my sleep schedule is also completely different now because I went from being a bartender where I would always be up until like 5, 6 a.m. to now being the person that wakes up at like 5 or 6 a.m. And so it's just all the people that I see are completely different because I'm on at different hours.
Yeah.
Like I pretty much can never catch your streams anymore because you start literally about an hour after I go to bed and end as I'm waking up.
Yeah, unless you go to the green, in which case I'm probably on when you're awake.
Yeah, I can normally catch like the last hour of your green stream.
And I'm slowly just kind of just transitioning all green at this point.
For me, it's more out of laziness in that I can't find a bot that does what I want it to do there.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm just so genuinely unhappy on Twitch, so I'm like, I don't know, man.
I don't know, Twitch always feels really different to me nowadays.
It feels so corporate and just so manufactured in every single way. And every time something gets introduced, I'm like, how are they going to try and screw me over now? Love a lot of people I met on Twitch, but it does not feel. I think it's maybe like why I like green so much is because like it kind of feels like Twitch did like 6 years ago, 7 years ago.
Yeah, and you've been streaming a lot longer, so you have more solidified memories of back then. Because for me, when I joined Twitch, it was in 2017. I had an account before that because I came to Twitch where Twitch plays Pokemon at one point. But I wasn't really around Twitch.
And I've been around Twitch since 2011 when they launched.
Yeah, you were on Justin TV or something. Was that what it was called?
Justin, and before that was Ustream. I've been in the streaming game since 2008. So I've seen it all. But yeah, Twitch has just kind of become very like God, I just don't know like the right word, but like it just not soulless, but like it just kind of it feels like it's just trying to monetize every last area and no aspects really for fun anymore. It's just about squeezing money.
Yeah. Which in the end, companies are just about making money, but still, it helps if they can kind of hide that.
Yeah, or, you know, if they can, like, give an explanation on why my money's been cut so much while theirs hasn't. Like, that's really cool. I always give the example that, like, my concurrent viewership, while it's down, like, compared to 3 years ago, while it's down about like, 25-30%, it doesn't make sense that, 3 years ago per month in ads, I was making about $500 per month in ads. And now I'm making about 18.
1,800 a month in ads? Wow.
A whole $18.
Yeah, I knew what you meant.
How am I dropping over 97% income in ads with only a 30% drop in viewership comparative? Make it make sense.
I find the more funny thing, oh, well, it's not really a competition, so can't really say if it's more funny or not. I just felt like bringing it up. Something else I feel that's funny is how I see how many follows you get, and then you're still at the same number for like the past 5 years.
Yeah. I finally okay. About 1 month ago, for those that don't know, Twitch, I'm pretty sure Shadow Bammy has been artificially holding back my numbers, and I have literal proof of it because I've been stuck at 13,900 something now for literally 3 years almost, and I've gained over about 1,500 follows in those years. Like literally, they just keep removing people every month. So I got to 13,900, and I think it was like 84, okay? And I was like, oh my god, I might actually have 14,000. Like, maybe like this curse is over, maybe they're gonna stop doing this to me. I freaking sneezed, and I went offline and came on the next day. I pressed live, 13,920. I was like, okay, I lost another 80, or whatever, like 70. And then...
Yeah, which people unfollow and everything, but it doesn't make sense for you to just be stuck at a single number for so long.
It doesn't. I'm at a lower number now, even though I've gained well over 1,500 follows since this happened. Not that many people have been unfollowing me, and I also deleted bots as they hit me with, like, the Commander Root tool. So, like, I literally got rid of fucking bots the second they hit me, so it's not bot clearing. But yeah, one thing I just found so freaking, like, unbelievable was, a few weeks ago, Dead by Daylight was having an issue. Like, the servers were down. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna play Fall Guys for my last 30 minutes. And the second I swapped category to Fall Guys, I lost 7 followers. Which makes no sense, because I only had, like, 25 people watching. Which would indicate that 33% of the people watching me hit unfollow the second I freaking swapped category. Which did not happen.
I don't know, I unfollowed you.
Good. I mean, it just doesn't make sense, man.
Welcome to pressure wash therapy.
We have 5% more.
Just wait until the Final Fantasy VII DLC where we had to go and clean the High Wind.
Yeah, I think the Final Fantasy VII has like a lot of like the vehicles and stuff to clean. Like I know like Cloud's bike's one thing and a few other things. The Tomb Raider DLC is also free, which is really cool. And I love the SpongeBob DLC. They also have a Shrek DLC. Of all things.
I also like how we went with a completely different vibe of game than what I initially suggested, which, don't get me wrong, I am completely fine with this. But like the original games I suggested were like Back 4 Blood and shit. What were the others? But basically they were more action-y games.
Well, I was looking at the list and I was like, you know what? I want to make sure we can both record our stuff, and I also want to make sure I have time to edit some of these. And I'm like, you know, if we're doing Back 4 Blood, I want both freaking POVs for that.
And probably the same for Origami too.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, okay, well, we can either put out low-effort slop like this again for 1 more week, or 2 more weeks, or whatever. Or we can, kind of kneecap the potential for, like, a really cool series of Back 4 Blood.
Ah, there's a bug.
Bug the game on the Sega Saturn?
Yeah. It also wound up working out well because with my computer crash thingy there. How the hell do I climb this ladder?
Which one?
Just ladders in general. I had to keep spam jumping up it.
Oh, you just walk into it.
No, that doesn't do anything.
Oh, you mean like this one? Like down here? Like the little step ladder thing? This one? Or...
oh, I was floating there.
Maybe you have a bit of like a decent.
No.
Maybe you just gotta pick
Like
it up
this.
and drop it back down. Maybe you got a little bit desync. Possibly. Because you did disconnect.
Alright, it's showing me something about this window is not clean.
It's probably from above. We gotta get it from above. Just get the rooftop I was in, I'll get the one from above. God damn it. This frickin' scaffold is in... I should pick it up and move it, but now I know I can make this jump. I was born to make this jump.
I also looked for more tabletop sim games to suggest, but the ones that I looked up, they didn't have workshop modes for them.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
We did it!
Yay! With absolutely no problems along the way.
Not at all. And now I gotta frickin' make an edit. Because
And I can't go pet Ulysses. Ulysses is over here.
Is he? You going to pet him right now?
Yeah.
Not anymore.
I pet him like 3 times there, so...
No proof because you didn't record your POV. Dog car is the next one. Is that gonna be... Okay, we're not going into it, but I just want to know, is that like a Dumb and Dumber dog car? Yep, kind of. Alright.
I pet Squeak.
But fails. We did it. We power wash stuff. We talked about wrestling. We talked about music. We talked about video games. We talked about how we're the greatest co-op game partners alive. And we clean things. And you had no technical difficulties whatsoever.
None at all. Oh, normally your recaps are a lot longer than that. But anyway, yeah. And then we also pet a bunch of kitties, because they're all very good boys and girls.
And by a bunch, I mean 3.
Yeah. And hey, Ulysses came with us on the job and helped us really F that dirt in the A.
Yeah, and look, we finished up just in time because your dog started barking. What a good time.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Woo!
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.